talk about qualitative characteristics of financial information. So remember that there are six in total. Two are fundamental characteristics. We call them fundamental qualitative characteristics. And then four are enhancing characteristics. So you need to remember, I mean, actually, as part of your DEPA exam, they might not be asking you. Probably they will not be asking you. I mean, a big possibility is that you don't need to remember that for your exam purposes, but it is important to understand what conceptual framework comes from, because this is the basis of this conceptual framework and financial information. So two fundamental characteristics, relevance and faithful representation. Okay, before I speak about these two things, there are two vocabulary words which I want to write down here. Uh, Remember one term, we call it going concern, okay? This is one word you should remember. And this is another term which is called accrual. Now, going concern means that going concern is actually a status. It is a business. We say that this business is a going concern, or this business has lost its status of going concern. Being going concern means that this business is healthy, this business is safe, and this business does not face any risk of bankruptcy or closing down in the near future. So the financial statements which we are preparing, we always prepare them for the businesses which are going concern. We call it underlying assumption. Remember, going concern and accrual, they are not fundamental characteristics. Going concern is called underlying assumption. Underlying assumption means that the financial statements which I'm presenting to you, the company might be making profit or the entity might be making a loss. Whether it is making profit, whether it is making a loss, in any case, it is expected to continue its activities in the near future. I mean, there is a business, I prepare a financial statement, it makes a loss of $2 million, it makes a loss of $10 million. Does that mean that this business is going to go bankrupt in next 6 months? Maybe not necessarily, because the financial statements I'm preparing, that this is profit or maybe this is loss, whatever it is, but this business is expected to continue its activities. Because if that business loses the status of going concern, then the rules for preparation of financial statements will totally change. Then we have to think very differently. Then there are no provisions, all are liabilities. Then there are no allowances, or then there are, no economic values. Everything comes to book value, everything comes to fair value, everything comes to market value. So then you have to make different type of accounting valuations if you make two. So first thing we remember, going concern. Second is the concept of accruals. Now, this accrual, we prepare financial statements on accrual basis. IS1, it tells us, but it is also not the fundamental characteristic. So fundamental characteristic number one is called relevance, which means that relevant financial information is capable of making a difference in the decision made by users. Financial information is capable of making a difference in decisions, and it has predictive value, confirmatory value, or both, predictive or confirmatory. The predictive value and confirmatory value of financial information are interrelated, which helps you to predict and confirm. Now, any information which is relevant. Now, what is relevant? Actually, any information which can change the decisions of the users, which can influence the decision of the users, that is relevant. And that should be there. And that should be in the financial statements. And second, we call it faithful representation. Now, how do you achieve faithful representation? Faithful representation, it says that it has to be fair view, okay? General purpose financial reports represent economic phenomena in words and numbers, To be useful, financial information must not only be relevant, but it must be also represent faithfully the phenomena it purports to represent. Listen, you are doing your activities throughout the year, okay? You have been doing your production, your manufacturing, your selling, distribution, whatever. And whatever these activities are, all of these activities, they resulted in either expenses or incomes. Either you are spending money or you are earning money. And then probably you are buying something, you are taking loans, you are taking assets, etc. So all of these activities, you convert them into financial statements. You convert them into numbers, and those numbers, they go to financial statements. And faithful representation means that the financial statements which I'm presenting you, they actually represent the phenomena which has been happening behind the scenes, okay? It should not be that the business is making loss. In reality, everything is bad, but the financial statements, they look very rosy because you might have played with numbers. So the financial statements and the reality does not match. Then it is not faithful representation. Faithful representation means that how the things are going or how the things are happening or how those events are taking places, they have been properly reported to the financial statement, and the financial statements are a true and fair view of the real position of the business. Now, that's a very subjective explanation. How are you going to achieve it? How are you going to achieve it? Is there any checklist? Okay, I do this, I do this, I do this. It means that it is, faithful representation. For example, if I say that you have to be punctual, so what does that mean? Okay, you have to come to work 5 days a week, 9 o'clock in the morning. So if I come 9 o'clock in the morning, if I stay until 6, 5 days a week, I'm punctual. You have to be diligent and, okay, if I make my deadlines, that's fine. But how do you do faithful representation? It means it is done only. So they say that if you follow the IFRS standards, if you apply the IFRS standards completely, and if the information is complete, if the information is free from error, and the information is unbiased, so financial statements which are complete, which include complete information, they are free from error, and they are unbiased. So when you achieve these three things, faithful representation will achieve. Faithful representation means information is complete and it is correct and it is unbiased. So when I include all the events and I include them correctly without any bias, it is called faithful representation. These are two qualitative characteristics. Then you've got four enhancing characteristics, and I will take less time on them. Number one, comparability. Financial statements are presented in comparative format, 2010, 2011, and you need to make sure that comparison or comparability should be there. And here, another term comes in when you see comparability. Another term which immediately comes to the mind is called consistency. Okay. Consistency. Consistency means that your accounting rules or accounting policies, which you have used from year over year, they are consistent. Okay. Consistent means that you cannot compare if you change the rules. You show me that this year profit is 10 million, last year it was 8 million. I'm very happy. I say, oh, Kamlesh, you did a fantastic job. Last year it was 8 million, this time it is 10 million. I'm very happy. But then I find out that this year the financial statements you prepared using a different set of accounting policies. So if you change the accounting policies, comparison is lost. I can only compare when you say that, this year and the last year, I used the same rules. They were the same accounting policies. And then I can only compare. Otherwise, I would have a doubt in my mind that the 2 million difference is not because of your performance. That probably is the result of changes the accounting policy. So comparability is based on consistency, consistent. You have to be consistent. So first enhancing qualitative characteristic is comparability. The second one is verifiability. The information which is provided in the financial statement should be, you call it audit trail. You should have, there should be sufficient evidence for the information which has been reported. The documentation and the audit trail should be there. And timeliness, of course, financial statements and the information should be timeliness produced. And understandability. Understandability means that financial statement should be presented in a way or should be prepared in a way that a user with a reasonable knowledge of business should be able to understand it. You don't have to be an accountant to understand it. You don't have to be a finance expert to understand it. Any user with reasonable knowledge of business should be able to read and understand. But having said that, it does not mean that you can exclude some complex matters. IFRS says keep it simple, but don't do not avoid or exclude complex matters. If there are any complex matters, you must also add them. So that is four. These are the four enhancing qualitative characteristics: comparability. Now, I have explained you this thing on the latest slides. You have this. These slides will be uploaded. I've written them. Okay, so whatever I've already explained, it is written there as well for your reading purposes. You can read it. Okay, timeliness. What does that mean? Understandability. What does that mean? So, two fundamental characteristics and four enhancing characteristics. If you've got any question, you can ask me now.